Thank you for listening to another episode of Shut Up and Watch the Movie, the only movie podcast to ever exist.
If you guys like listening to us, make sure you subscribe and share with your friends. We really appreciate it.
All right, enjoy. Hello, everybody, my party people. Welcome back to Shut Up and Watch the Movie. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because you were holding your hands. You looked like you were about to start clapping.
I was getting ready to grasp my hands.
I was a bit confused. I was like, oh, are we going to clap? Sorry.
No clapping.
Okay.
We should clap because today we're going to talk about the Oscars, but I'm Tyson.
Yay, I'm Christina.
And usually, this is a podcast where we make each other sit through a movie that the other person, I don't know, sometimes they like it, sometimes we just want to torture each other.
Right.
Mostly I want to torture you.
This is usually what happens, but we're switching it up today.
Because today we're going to talk about our Oscar predictions. We're going to go through the nominations. We're just going to, you know, riff a little bit.
Listen. We tried to watch as many movies as we could. Neither of us have watched every Oscar-nominated movie.
We could have just said
Sue
we did
us.
watch all of them.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna lie.
I keep my letterbox up to date. People could go and see that I was clearly lying. I feel like we watched all the heavy hitters for the most part.
Yeah.
As we go through, we
got
can
through
get to which ones we watched and which ones we didn't, and maybe if there were certain reasons why we chose to opt out of certain ones. But yeah, we're gonna go through each award. Do our picks and predictions. Our pick is like, if it was up to us, who would we give the award to?
Uh-huh.
But then the prediction is like, well, the Oscars aren't going to do what we want, and they're going to give it to
Okay, so
this
who we
person.
want, and then who
we personally think
want,
should get it.
yes, and then who we think is going to get
actually
it.
going to win. And sometimes they might line up.
Yeah, sometimes they might line up. I'm popping celebratory champagne, as in I'm drinking a blackberry White Claw Surge. That's 8% alcohol per volume.
Yeah, why? I mean, I know why you got the surge. You explained it. Get the bang for your buck.
I'm just saying, look.
You went out and partied this weekend.
Oh, we don't have to get into that. We do not have to get into that.
I wasn't going to share details, but let's just say Tyson had a rock star weekend.
We had a little bit of a mishap, but we're just going to move on right past that.
We don't need to address that here.
Okay, so...
All right, we're just going to hop right into it. Normally we do our tiny little movie corner. We talk about a movie we watched, but we've both been watching these Oscars movies, so you're going to hear about the movies
you're going to hear about them all.
So we're just going to get right into it today.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Okay.
Wow, I feel like it's like rushing it.
I guess we can just like take turns listing off the categories. So like,
sure.
You wanna go through this first one?
I'll get it started. We're gonna start off with the writing original screenplay category.
All right, who's there? Who's there?
Honora by Sean Baker, Brutalist written by Brady Corbett and Mona Fastfold.
I didn't know he co-wrote that with somebody.
I didn't know that either. A Real Pain by Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Oh,
was it good?
Yes.
Okay.
September 5 by there's so many people. Moritz Binder, Tim Fellbaum, and co-written by Alex David. Why? Interesting. Weird. Okay, and The Substance by Coralie Fargeet. Is that how you say that?
I don't know, man.
I don't know either. She's French, though. I know that.
I'm sure a more educated
Fargeet.
person could educate us.
So, writing original screenplay. Do you have a pick and a prediction? I guess we'll start with who we would both pick if it was up to us.
You know,
I've seen all of these except for September 5.
Yeah, I haven't seen September 5 or A Real Pain, so I don't know about A Real Pain, but I think for writing, I think I'm gonna go with Honora.
I think I'm also gonna go with Honora.
However, I think The Substance is gonna win, and that's gonna be the only thing it wins.
Really?
Yeah, they usually they do this with Get Out. Didn't win Best Picture or anything else, but it won Best Original Screenplay because it was a social.
I think The Substance is gonna win something else, but not this one.
It's a socially conscious horror movie. Well, I guess I'm not sure.
We'll get to what I think The Substance is gonna win. I don't think it's gonna be this one. Honestly, I think Honora's my pick and prediction.
I just like Honora.
I know you didn't see A Real Pain. I really enjoyed that. Glad it got a little bit of recognition, at least. It was like this in one other category.
Is it going to win anything?
I think that was... What?
Is it going to win anything?
No. I mean, it's only this and supporting actor. It's not going to win. But
okay.
It is a really well-written movie, and it's a... Did I mention it on here? Crisp 90 minutes.
We love 90
Beautiful.
minutes.
I love a 90-minute movie.
As opposed to what The Brutalist.
The Brutalist, 3.5 hours.
Which, you know what? Felt like 90 minutes to me. It went by really quickly.
We watched The Brutalist. I think Tyson... I didn't dislike it. I just think you liked it a lot more than I did. But yeah, no, I think Anora, it's really well done. I think the story does a really good job of balancing like the silliness and also like the heavier topics and the kind of devastation at the very end of it. It's like a gut punch.
Now, Christina,
yes.
Are we gonna be just taking it for granted that the people know what these movies are? I mean, surely if they're listening to this, they at least have a cursory...
I'm gonna assume that people at least have an idea of what most of these movies are, even if they haven't seen them.
Yeah, okay.
If you're listening to the Oscar episode, I feel like if you've tuned into the Oscars, you kind of have an idea of what's going on. I feel like no one has like... is like not a movie person, is just like, oh, I'm gonna turn the Oscars on. Because then if they do, then they're probably gonna be disappointed and they're gonna be like,
I don't know any of these movies.
Where's Taylor Swift?
Well, no one's saying
Where's Glenn
that.
Powell?
What are you talking about?
Because
Where's
it's like
Taylor
a big
Swift?
award show. So it's like, why wouldn't the famous people show up?
Why would Taylor Swift be at a movies award show? She has no movies she's directed for this.
Oh, well, her ex-boyfriend, Joe, is in The Brutalist, but they're not together anymore. She's too busy attending football games now, okay?
Wasn't like, for a minute, she was like saying, oh, I'm going to become a movie director, guys, because she started directing her music videos. And
I think that was like a thing she
And then she got on like Variety's, like, or whoever it is, like Directors on Directors, and all she, like, yeah, she did. And she sat there with like, a director that was more qualified than her.
Probably.
I can tell you that.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, the music videos that she's directed have been fine. They've been good.
The All Too Well music video, 9 minutes long.
That was a good music video. I stand by that.
Talk about crisp 90 minutes.
Dude.
Bring back 4-minute music videos. I don't want music videos with like a plot and like a story.
I think that's a case-by-case thing. Also, well, the All Too Well one is a 10-minute song, so that's why that video was long. It's 'cause the song's
bring
long.
back 3.5-minute songs.
I feel like most songs are 3.5 and 4 minutes.
Whatever.
That was like a random exception.
All right, whatever.
Just maybe don't find random ways to complain about Taylor Swift.
I'm gonna.
I never thought of you as that kind of person, and
okay,
I'm not liking this side of you.
All right, I'm sorry.
Let her go to her football games in peace. She's not going to be at the Oscars.
Watching her teams lose.
Yeah, I mean, apparently.
Yeah.
She has a lyric that says, you know how to ball.
Guess not.
Guess not.
Guess
Get
not.
that out of that song, because Travis Kelce was not balling.
All right. Okay.
Anyway, we are talking about Taylor Swift way more than I thought we would.
Writing original screenplay, what we're both saying, and Nora. And then...
Well, your prediction is...
my prediction is...
The Substance.
The Substance.
Interesting. No, my pick and prediction, I think, is going to be Anora.
I can't wait to win. We
should... Oh, I meant to talk to you about this before. Okay, listeners, you're going to get an inside conversation.
Okay, yeah, so what, are we going to be playing for keeps?
I think whoever has the most points, like, we should, like, make a bet or, like, a trade-off or something.
Didn't we do this before on the podcast and then we never followed up on it?
You won, and for a while, I was like, I owe you something, and then you never came through on it. So I don't know if that's expired. But I think my thing would still be if I win, you have to make a TikTok video with me.
Okay.
Okay, fair.
Okay, so what are we doing? Our predictions then?
I think the predictions.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on whoever gets the most predictions right.
Man.
So what are you, if you win?
If I win.
This is why I meant to talk to you about it beforehand.
Yeah, I was about to say.
My bad.
I was about to say.
You can also think about it while we record, and then we can circle back at the end.
Let me just pocket that.
Okay.
Let me just pocket it. I know I did that last time and then we never followed up on it.
Never happened.
However, I'm going to think of something and then
I think if you can't think of something by the end of the episode, then first thing next episode.
Okay.
If you win, you have to be like, I won, so I made Christina.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I think, okay, we'll check in then.
Okay.
All right, okay. Writing for adapted screenplay. Okay, we got A Complete Unknown, screenplay by James Mangold and Jay Cox. Conclave, screenplay by Peter Strawn. Amelia Perez, screenplay by Jacques Ayadard.
Isn't it just Jacques?
Jacques, whatever. Jacques Ayadard. In collaboration with Thomas Bidgan, Lea Mies, and Nicholas Levecchi. Nickel Boy, screenplay by Ramel Ross and Jocelyn Barnes. Sing Sing, screenplay by Clint Bentley, Greg Quedar. Story by Clint Bentley, Greg Quedar, Clarence Macklin, John Divine G. Whitfeld.
Okay. How many of these have you seen?
Okay, so I have seen Conclave.
Okay.
And one half of Amelia Perez.
Oh, no.
I was going to finish it, and then I just didn't get to finish it.
I've seen Amelia Perez and Sing Sing, so I feel like we're going to have very different takes on this.
I feel like now we're underqualified.
Also, okay, A Complete Unknown. We looked into watching that. It's like $30 on streaming right now. And you guys, not to be disrespectful to
that's like buying a DVD back in the day.
Or Bob Dylan or Timothée Chalamet, but I just don't care enough about that movie.
I'm not a big Bob Dylan or Timothée Chalamet guy, so I have no interest in watching the movie. I've heard it's good though.
Yeah, I did not want to spend $30. I think maybe in the future if they lower it or we can get it on like a streaming that we have. Yeah, sorry. I was not going to pay $30 to watch that movie. Nickel Boys, on the other hand, one of my most anticipated movies of the year, and it's only in theaters still, and there's like very limited shows, and I just could not find a time in my schedule to go see it.
Apparently, it's very good. Also,
it's very good. I guess really want to see it.
Very good movies.
I read the book, so I know what happens. I know there's like a big twist in it that I already know, but the unique thing about it is that it's filmed in like POV, like first person.
Like a first person,
and I really want to see it because I already know what the twist is, and I feel like it would lend itself very well to the twist. But
cool.
It's hard to pick that when I haven't seen it yet.
I mean, I guess I gotta pick Conclave because that's the one I've seen.
It's the only one you've seen.
Conclave, I feel like, is a very safe pick. I feel like if you were an Oscar voter, I think Conclave is like maybe it's good. It's good. It's really good. It's maybe a little milquetoast. It's maybe a little basic, but I think you're getting a very non-controversial, good quality movie that seems important. You know what I mean?
I think Conclave could be a bit of like a sleeper hit for this year's Oscars. I don't think that's gonna happen. But
everyone
I think
goes with the safe pick,
it could like do surprisingly well. Just because I also have not seen Conclave, but like it just seems like a very safe pick. It seems like did it blow anyone's minds? It doesn't seem like it, but also everyone seemed like they liked it.
Yeah, no, it was good. It was good.
It sounds like a good movie. So I think my pick would probably be Sing Sing. I mean,
buzz around that.
I loved that movie. That was one of my favorite movies of last year.
I remember you saw
great movie.
Usher.
Usher. Oh no! When I went to see Sing Sing, John Legend was in
God
the lobby.
damn it! I keep
not Usher.
I keep confusing the two. I no, we did that.
Is this a problem for you?
No, but I think I thought it was Usher last time.
Usher and John Legend have like very different like styles.
I just remember it was like a musician.
You thought it was Usher.
I just remembered.
No, it was John Legend.
John Legend, okay.
But no, I think Sing Sing is a really great script. I love that the Clarence Macklin and I'm pretty sure John Divine G are two of the guys that are like, they're both in the movie and like it's about their true story experience. So that's really cool.
Okay.
I think it's really incredible. I think if I had seen Nickel Boys, maybe that would be my pick, but since I haven't, my pick is Sing Sing.
Do we think Amelia Perez is gonna get anything now? No.
Yeah. And are we gonna address the Amelia Perez of it all? I've seen Amelia Perez.
I've seen half of Amelia Perez.
Okay, here's the thing with Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez is not like the worst movie I've ever seen. No. It certainly has good qualities.
It's just corny and stupid. It's not stupid per se, but it's like in
an ideal world, Amelia Perez would have done like its festival circuit and it would have come out and it would have got like middling reviews and then it would have been like forgotten in oblivion and no one would have paid any attention to it. For some reason, that's not what happened, and it got a bunch of attention and everyone was talking about it and saying, "Oh, it's so good," and blah 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 blah. And it's just not that good. You know what? Because without even getting into all the controversy surrounding the topic and the director and the actress involved. Yeah. My biggest, most obvious complaint is that it's a musical with bad songs. None of the songs are good. Like, none of them are memorable. None of them are entertaining. Choreo's boring. There's like one or two songs where the choreo's interesting, like a little bit, but it's like, it's not enough to save from the bad songs. You know, everybody on TikTok a few weeks ago was talking about the vaginoplasty song.
Yeah.
It's just bad.
I'm not trying to dunk more so on Amelia Perez than other musicals, but I will say it's like literally the first couple songs. It's like Zoe Saldana and she's like, what do I do? And then she's like, in the song she like sings about two options she's presented or however many like choices, and then in the scene immediately before the song it's like, make a choice between these. It's like literally she's just saying what exactly has happened. Yeah. It's like not good songwriting.
Yeah, no, it's oh my god.
Listen, I'm not
now, so with all the controversy around it, I think it's really the voting was still open when all this came out. So I don't think
maybe it wins everything.
Honestly, what?
Maybe it wins everything.
That'd be a crazy twist. But I think that because the way things unfolded, they did. If there hadn't been so much controversy, I think it would be winning quite a few awards. Mm-hmm. And that would be my prediction. But because of everything that's happened, We're not gonna dish that out. You can go Google it if you don't know what we're talking about.
No, because I don't even remember what all happened.
The director and the lead actress that's nominated have said some controversial things. Go Google it. But I think because of all that, I think it lost any chance of winning anything, except maybe Zoe Saldana, because she still won a SAG award, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's the only one who may be able to win something. And maybe Best Song, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But I think my pick is Sing Sing. Honestly, prediction might be Conclave. I might agree with you.
My prediction is Conclave. I guess my pick would also be Conclave for my favorite or whatever.
I think I'm going to also predict Conclave.
Okay.
I don't think they'll give it to Sing Sing.
You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad at yourself when they pick Sing Sing, and then you
I know I'm gonna be like, oh, my love, I underestimated it. Okay. Achievement in visual effects. So many monkey movies.
Yeah.
It's a big time.
A lot of monkey movies. This.
Achievement in visual effects. We have Alien Romulus, Better Man, Dune Part 2, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, and Wicked. I feel like I'm like
it's not
a famous
Wicked.
Person announcing the awards.
Uh-huh.
And the nominees are. Yeah, it's not gonna be Wicked.
I don't think it's gonna be Alien Romulus because they had the controversy of the deep faked actor and it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I think that this might be the bone they throw to Dune Part 2. I think.
Yeah.
I mentioned last week that Dune Part 2 was my pick, or my like Tiny Movie Corner pick, and I get why people are so mad that it didn't get nominated for a bunch more stuff, and I think that it deserves to win this one.
I think the hype around Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Like,
there's no way. No, wait. Sorry. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is that like the CG, like that should have. I don't know if it did, but I think that should have won around the dawn of the Planet of the Apes era. Maybe even War for the Planet when it was really really innovative and good.
Yes.
This
and
one
now
I was
it's like we're still doing this.
Yeah. No. Now I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's good. It's been good.
Right. Like there's nothing new happening. It's always been good.
Dune's great. Better Man apparently is very good.
I was gonna say, do you think they would give it to Better Man?
Apparently the movie's really
it's supposed to be good.
Apparently it's supposed to be like fucking fantastic. But I don't know who Robbie Williams is because I'm an American.
I kind of want to watch it on it. I feel like despite my like low level of interest in Robbie Williams and like the whole idea of him being a monkey or whatever, it kind of seems like the type of thing to be very up my alley.
Apparently it has amazing choreo.
I've heard. Well, and
the
guy who did The Greatest Showman.
Which also, P.T. Barnum is a crook, by the way. Okay. I don't know if that movie portrays him as a crook, but he is a crook. It does not
portray him as a crook. It portrays him as a man full of whimsy and wonder.
No, bad guy.
Who almost cheats on his wife, but decides not to.
Terribly exploitative of his workers.
Okay. Well, hopefully the same can't be said for Robbie Williams.
I'm reading a book about horrible people and the tactics they use to get ahead in life.
Oh,
and,
my God.
And on the back, it's like Queen Elizabeth...
was Queen Elizabeth horrible?
Or one of the Elizabeths. Napoleon Bonaparte, P.T. Barnum, and I'm like, one of these is not like the others.
The right person, they would probably like Napoleon.
I'm sure there's a lot of people who look up to Napoleon.
I think he has a lot of fans. I don't really know much about him.
All right, so I'm going to pick Dune Part 2, and I think it's going to go to Dune Part 2.
I think that is also my pick and prediction. Much love to Wicked, but...
No, Wicked CG, it was fine, but it wasn't great.
Right, I agree.
All right. Achievement in sound. A Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Emilia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robot. God, Wild Robot was apparently great, but I didn't see it.
I've heard The Wild, yeah, that's another one. I actually didn't watch any of the animated movies
How many of these movies are we going to... How many of these movies are we going to be like, I didn't see this one, but I heard it was really good? Well, of course they're all going to be really good because it's the Oscars.
Well, that's what you think, that Emilia Perez is there.
Okay, well, look. It's got to go to one of... Dune Part 2 has great sound, however... I feel like it's got to go to probably a musical movie.
I would say, do you think they'll give it to A Complete Unknown because it's a musical movie?
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be Wicked.
Wicked?
Well, it could, just because they did do, like, the mix of, like, some of it was recorded in a studio, but a lot of it was sung, like, live on set, and that's always, like, a big thing when musicals do that. I'm
going to say I believe it's going to go to A Complete Unknown, but my pick is Dune Part 2.
I was going to say the exact same thing, actually.
All right. Wicked, I'm sorry, but you're
Dune
not...
Part
I don't
2
know why
like,
you're Oscar contending anyway.
Well, I feel like it deserves some of the
Achievement and
nominations.
sound should have been fucking challengers,
I think... Oh my God, don't even get me started.
The crisp sounds of them hitting the tennis ball.
Oh.
Thwack. Thwack.
My pick for every single award
The mouth sounds when they're all kissing each other, all three of them at the same time.
You weren't going to recreate that one?
No.
You thought about it for a second. Yeah, apparently Wild Robot has really good sound. I would agree. Dune Part 2 sound was incredible. I mean,
yeah,
it's
no.
really good.
And you
have
know,
sandworms. You have like the black and white planet.
I sprung so that we have surround sound in our living room. We have no furniture in our household, but we have surround sound in our living room.
It is. I mean, when we watch a movie,
You hear the thump thump thing of the thing summing the sandworm, and it surrounds you. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Yeah.
The more I think about Dune Part 2, the more I like it, and I'm like, I need to go watch that in like a movie theater. But yeah, I agree. Pick Dune Part 2. Prediction: complete unknown.
We should skip the best live action short film because I know for a fact none of us watched any of these.
Let's make a
What's
educated
the point?
guess.
I don't know what any of these are about.
We need to tally up the points. A YouTuber I really liked The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent.
We gotta list them out.
Right, okay.
Alien.
Best. I think it's my turn.
Okay.
Okay. Best live action short film. What? Alien?
Maybe it's a play on Alien.
I don't know. It looks like Alien, but it's Alien.
Maybe, but that also might be a foreign word.
I will say this also looks like a foreign word. Anuha. I'm Not a Robot.
Mm-hmm.
The Last Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
And The Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. So I'm gonna go prediction: Man Who Could Not Remain Silent. A YouTuber I really like.
Okay.
Really liked that one.
You want to tally at the points? I'm also gonna pick that one. So now it's a wash. So now it's pointless. We should have just skipped it.
I'm Not a Robot's supposed to be good too.
I don't know anything about them. That's why I said we should skip them.
Well, I've been watching my YouTube video. Honestly, part of the reason I haven't watched enough movies is because I've gotten into Severance and and White Lotus is back, so I'm rewatching that.
Yeah, when we get to the Emmys, I'm not gonna have seen anything.
The Emmys already happened.
Okay, see, I don't even know because I'm not a big TV. I need to be, but I'm not a big TV guy.
I am a big TV person.
I know.
I love TV, but. Okay.
All right, achievement in production design. The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not gonna be Dune Part 2. I don't think it's gonna be Conclave, just because it's a lot of like small rooms.
God, are they gonna give it to the Brutalist?
The Brutalist, they built like a giant thing.
I know, but it was ugly.
No, because it's Brutalist architecture.
Guys.
It was okay. Listen,
when we watched, that one scene where they like build the library or whatever, and they put the single chair in the room. Tyson's like, "Is that it?" And I'm like, "No. They're gonna put like a desk. They're gonna put more furniture in there, and it's literally just like an empty room with this single ugly like lawn-looking chair." I was like, oh, no, because what makes me mad is they have these beautiful cabinets on the side that are like look so nice and clean and whatever. And then I was like, that's it? Like it was.
No, well, I read something that was like, well, he builds everything that looks like a prison because he survived the Holocaust. So but I mean, like, look.
Well, that's literally what they say at the end of the movie.
But like.
But listen.
I wouldn't want to. He built a community. The whole movie's about him building like this rec center, like a community center. And it's ugly. No one would ever want to go there.
Which, like, here's the thing.
It's like a YMCA, but it's like a brick,
I understand
square.
that's the point. However, like, on the art side, I'm like, wow, that's, like, so powerful and, like, beautiful and, like, what a statement and, like, artistry, blah, blah, blah. But just on a practicality side, I'm like, that's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, who would want to go there? Who would want to sit in there? Who would want to be in there? I don't think the Brutalist is going to get it, honestly, actually.
I think it's going to go to the Brutalist, and that's my pick.
Okay, my pick is actually, I would say Dune Part 2.
But
I don't think they're going to win. I really liked Dune Part 2's production design, though. It was just really good.
But how much of that was, like, built, though? Like, I don't even remember. It's been a minute.
Well, there's a lot of sand.
Yeah.
And they got, like, the ships. And
they went out
like,
to a desert.
That black and white planet's really cool. They have, I don't know, I thought Dune Part 2 looked great.
Dune Part 2 did look great, but that's cinematography.
They have that one cave full of nukes.
Yeah. Nosferatu, as much as I like, they kind of just built an old-fashioned alleyway. Like, I don't know, they didn't...
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
I feel like the castle looks pretty neat.
I don't know if they built the castle, though, or if they went to the castle. Though I guess... I keep thinking production design...
But I would say production design is more than just physically building. Yeah. It's about creating an atmosphere and everything.
What about that spinning bookcase in Wicked?
I was going to say my prediction is actually Wicked. I think they're going to give it to Wicked. Which, you know what? Wicked did have an impressive production design.
I agree. You think it's going to be a bunch of CG slop, but then it's...
And they actually built a lot of stuff, which was really nice to see.
They planted like miles and miles of like roses, and then they just sold them after.
Like the whole Shiz University, like they built like all of that, and I think that's actually really cool, and I think that's... While it's not my favorite out of these movies, I think that it's gonna get. And that's my prediction. They're gonna give it to Wicked.
Okay.
And you know what? I wouldn't be mad about that. I'd be like, you know what? Sure.
I feel like it's gonna go to The Brutalist because, in essence, the movie is about the architecture, and then it's also.
But also, The Brutalist has a bit of a scandal too. Not about production design,
AI?
but the AI of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, man, I'm not happy about it. But like, it seems like what they just did was they just enhanced some accents. I don't know, man. I'm worried that we start slowly implementing AI into things, and then eventually it gets out of.
Well, that's the concern. That's what people are saying is because some people are like, it was just used like as a tool to like help something, but then other people argue, once we start allowing little uses of AI, like when's it going to be allowed to stop until we're making?
But also,
AI
like, there's nothing we can do. Like, it's here. We can't. I don't think AI is ever gonna go away. So like, we just gotta like coexist with it somehow.
I agree. No, I think as someone who does not like AI,
I don't
want to
get into
I
it.
think there's like certain.
I don't want to get into
there's
it.
certain affordances.
All right, original song.
Oh, what a category. Original song. El Mal from Amelia Perez, The Journey from the 688, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino from Amelia Perez, and Never Too Late from Elton John. Never Too Late.
Okay, so I don't think I know any of these. I don't
Guys...
I don't remember if El Mal or Mi Camino came up in my time watching.
I will say, Amelia Perez, El Mal is like the one song that I was like, oh,
which one is that?
Kind of good.
Is that
it's
in the
Zoe
first half?
Saldana? No, it's like in the second half. It's Zoe Saldana's character, and it's like when they're like throwing like this like benefit thing for all these rich people to come to like the charity thing they started. You didn't see that? Okay, no. That was the one song where I was kind of like, if you showed me just this one song, I would think this is going to be a pretty good movie. Like, I would, like, okay, I'd be in for the ride. I'd be like, oh, Zoe Saldana gives a great performance. The song is, like, actually a little catchy. Choreography is actually very, very good for that song.
What is 688?
It's like this Netflix movie.
Oh.
Do you remember last year there was, like, a best song nominated from, like, the Hot Cheeto movie? Or was it Takis? I don't know. What was
it was Hot Cheetos. It was Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos, yeah.
All right, my pick and what I'm thinking going to win is El Mal.
El Mal. Okay, I was saying Mi Camino.
How does Amelia Perez get 2?
Because it's a musical.
I guess, yeah.
The only thing is interesting, though, is Wicked, none of the songs were original. So that's why no Wicked, which I thought that was an interesting. I appreciated that choice for that. It would have been so easy for them to be like, we have Ariana Grande, let's put a new song in. And they didn't, and I respect that.
No way they could have done it in the same style as the people who did the original. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes, but the people from the original worked a lot on the movie.
Oh, okay.
And also, I feel like I saw something that they are gonna have 1 or 2 new songs in the second part, but that's months away, and that's not what we're talking about right now. I don't remember the Sing Sing one, to be honest. It probably just played like during the credits. Yeah, I'll say my pick and prediction are El Mal.
We're gonna be tied. At this rate.
We have 2 different things at least.
Okay, original score. The Brutalist, Daniel Blumberg, Conclave, Volker Bertelmann, Amelia Perez, Clement Ducol, and Camille. Wicked, John Powell and Steven Schwartz, and The Wild Robot, Chris Bowers. I'm going to go ahead and say the one that I want to win is Challengers by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
I can't wait for Challengers to be the first movie to win without even being nominated.
But what I think is going to win, it better go to The Brutalist.
Like, how did Challengers not even get nominated for this? I don't like the score.
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. I don't know if it was both.
That was an incredible score.
They are incredible, like, composers.
Oh my god!
And they've done so many great movies.
It actually makes me so mad. Like, I don't. Challengers should have won this.
But category. I guess it's going to go to The Brutalist. Not even
nominated.
I haven't seen The Wild Robot, but I don't think it should go to Amelia Perez or Wicked because I don't think anyone remembers any of the things that aren't the songs.
I was gonna say I think I agree. Actually, I think The Brutalist. That was one thing during The Brutalist. There was a few times the music started playing, and I was like,
"No,
I like that." Score.
I know when I've heard the song, and then I'm like, "Oh my, that's a good score."
It's a good score.
If I had that thought during the movie, that's impressive.
That's
Conclave.
Impressive.
I'm sure was fine. I don't remember it.
I like seeing The Wild Robot here, even though I didn't see that. Yeah, I do think it's. Well, I feel like what I'm thinking is like my pick is definitely The Brutalist, but is that my predict? I'm like, are they gonna give it to Wicked? Would they? I don't know,
man. I don't know.
I'm like kind of on the fence.
Listen, man, the Academy could do anything.
I'm about to say, well, because I think The Brutalist is definitely my pick. Yeah, I think The Brutalist is gonna be my prediction too. I don't think they'll give I think Wicked's gonna win something.
Another wash for our tally. All right.
It's kind of funny that this whole podcast is built on us having different opinions.
And here we are having the same opinions. Similar to our end of year ranking, which were where we
come some different.
Listen, we have to be friends for some reason. We have to have some overlap of taste.
Okay.
Okay, who is it now?
Achievement in makeup and hairstyling.
Okay.
A Different Man, Mike Marino, David Presto, and Crystal Gerardo.
That's good.
Amelia Perez, Julia Flock Carbonell, Emmanuel Hanvier, and Jean-Christophe Spadaccini. Nosferatu, David White, Tracy Loader, and Suzanne Stokes-Munton. The Substance, Pierre Olivier Pearson, Stephanie Guillon, and Marilyn Scarcelli. And Wicked, Frances Hannon, Laura Blount, and Sarah Newth.
Okay, before we get into it, I do want to say, Different Man, good movie. However, he loses his, like, deformed face after a bit.
But I think that's part of what makes it impressive is that they had to make, like, the different stages of him losing that.
Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, doesn't he lose it like pretty much immediately though? I remember
most of it. There are parts falling off, then he loses it immediately. But even after that, like his face is like immediately after his face is like.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's obviously probably gonna go to The Substance, right?
That's the one that I think they're gonna give the Substance.
Yeah.
When you were like, oh, they'll hand The Substance something, I think that it's gonna be The Substance.
I mean, like
I finally watched The Substance. Thought it was great. I'm a fan.
It's pretty good.
I've been knowing for a while. I'm like, I feel like I would really like that movie. And
turns out you do like gross shit.
I kind of like gross body horror. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Fun. I know. You're a freak. We know.
Can we give Substance spoilers for a second?
I guess skip ahead like a couple minutes.
Okay, at the end when they're like in the theater and like there's just blood going everywhere, I do feel like it maybe went on for like a beat too long. Not even that it was too gross, but I was just kind of like, all right,
I'm bored.
Like I get it. Like I get it. I'm seeing what's happening. But generally, I did really enjoy the body horror and getting all gross and being like, ew, and covering my eyes and turning away from the screen. Yeah. It was fun. I liked it. And yeah, no, I think that's definitely my prediction and my pick.
I'll just say I wish Nosferatu would win just for my boy Eggers, but like honestly, it's not really
it was good.
I think the Substance makes such a show about its makeup. It probably
I feel like
has
it's
to win
so
that.
flashy.
I feel like it has to win that for that.
Well, and you have like I don't even
that's the
know
whole point
at
of
the
movie.
end with like the monstrosity that's there. I'm like I don't even know how much that is considered like makeup versus like costume, but
it's makeup.
It's makeup.
That's makeup.
It's pretty crazy makeup. I think it has to be The Substance.
Oh
Even like the simpler stuff when they have like Demi Moore like getting mad looking at yourself in the mirror and like the TV show looks and everything. Like I feel like The Substance takes it. Even like Sue's just like daily makeup looks like it's really well done.
Wow, another one we agree on.
Crazy.
What a great way to make this a contest. Okay, best international feature film. All right. I'm Still Here. I meant to go see this. Brazil.
Well, that was another one like Nickel Boys where it's only in theaters, very limited showings.
Our roommate was like, "Do you want to go? By any chance, do you want to go see I'm Still Here right now?" And it was like in the middle of something. I was like, "No, I can't go." So I missed my one chance.
We were gonna try and go. I think see Nickel Boys and like we didn't buy tickets ahead of time, and then it was like an hour before, and I looked at it online.
You could only see the front row.
I was like, it's only
I'm not gonna go sit in the front row.
I really don't want to do that either.
All right.
That's when we watched the Brutalist instead, so it's fine.
Okay, I'm Still Here, Brazil. The Girl with the Needle, Denmark. Amelia Perez, France. The Seed of the Sacred Fig, Germany. And Flow, Latvia.
I like how your voice like dropped a little when you said Amelia Perez. You were like,
it's because it's tainted. It's tainted.
Which honestly, blessing in disguise. I don't think it's gonna win now. I think it would have been a shoo-in before.
I haven't seen either of these movies, but my pick for what I think is going to win is I'm Still Here, and then what I wish would win was Flow, because that looks like a little fun cat movie.
I've heard so many good things about Flow, and I really do want to watch it.
Now.
I feel like, it's on HBO. I might check that out. I feel like it just seems so, like, calm and relaxing, and about a little cat.
Apparently it's very spiritual.
A little boat.
I think the cat survives a flood, so that's why.
Yes. I think, I hate to say it, I'm gonna agree with you again. Yeah. Well, I guess I don't really want to pick any because the only one I've seen is Amelia Perez, and so I guess that's my. I don't know. I'm not gonna say that. But yeah, my prediction is I'm Still Here. It's nominated for Best Picture, so Although I do really want to see Seed of the Sacred Fig. Have you heard about that?
No, I have not even heard
It's
about this one.
basically, it takes place in Tehran, I'm pretty sure. And it was like filmed, it wasn't filmed in Tehran. It was filmed like in secret though, like during like, oh man, I should have looked this up before.
Wow, unprepared,
I don't wanna say it.
unprofessional.
Oh, you literally never look up any of the things that you're supposed to before we record.
What am I supposed to look up? I'm gonna go actually get ahead and see if there's anybody who left a review.
Yeah,
for this
it takes
podcast.
place in Tehran, and then, but where was it filmed? Was it filmed in? I don't want to say the wrong thing here.
Yeah, maybe just hold off on it then.
It was filmed in secret in Iran,
Okay.
and so it just seems really cool. And I feel like from what I've heard, it's obviously like there's this thing the movie has its own story that it's following, but from what I've heard, like the kind of story behind the production fuels the movie, if that makes sense.
I see.
So I do really want to see that.
Cool. I mean, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. Maybe at some point. I try to watch most of these.
If
but...
I feel like it.
Yeah, I try to watch most of these.
Okay, achievement in editing. Honora, Sean Baker. Oh, I didn't realize he edited that. The Brutalist, David Jinkso. Conclave, Nick Emerson. Amelia Perez, Juliette Welfling. And Wicked, Myron Kirstein.
Okay, so here's the problem.
Wicked? Really?
Here's the problem with the editing category. It's because it's like great film editing you don't notice. But also I'm not even sure how to judge this because none of these films have bad editing.
Sure.
I mean, I guess Amelia Perez has very flashy editing.
I don't. There's some choices in Amelia.
The
Perez.
Brutalist. You know what? I'll say The Brutalist. What I'm gonna pick and what I want to win because it makes certain choices with the editing, which I'm not gonna say I necessarily agree with, but like they made some choices. Which felt like more creative, like that fade into the last shot, and then also like all the cool title design.
Yeah.
And inner cards.
That is cool.
I'm
How
gonna
did you
say
feel
Brutalist.
about Conclave's editing?
I don't remember
You don't remember
because
okay.
it was not.
Because
That's what
I
I'm
was
saying.
also gonna say The Brutalist, but I'm like something about Conclave feels like it could be a little flashy, maybe.
No, it wasn't. Conclave is so like it's like an Academy pleaser. It's milk toast,
Which is why I'm like not sure. If, like,
it's standard.
maybe
It's safe. It's a good movie. But,
sure.
But does it take any swings? No. I think it takes no swings. And in fact,
really passionate.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
You know what? No, I'm pissed off.
Oh. I like 10 minutes ago you were like, yeah, Conclave's good.
No, but the more I think about it, it's like Conclave is a good movie. It's an Oscar bait movie, but it's good. So it's not an Oscar bait movie. But like, you know what? We may differ on how much we like The Brutalist. And I'm not saying The Brutalist is my favorite film either, but you know what? That was creatively inspired.
Yeah. No, I didn't dislike The Brutalist. I just had some issues with it. It was just really long. It felt pretentious.
Brutalist, final answer.
Okay, well, I'm gonna copy you because I was gonna maybe go with Conclave, but well, okay, fine. You know what? Fine.
Yeah, pick a different one.
My pick, The Brutalist. My prediction, Conclave. Suck it.
Okay.
What are you gonna do about it?
Wait. So your prediction is Conclave?
My prediction is Conclave. My pick is also The Brutalist, though.
Okay.
Because I didn't see Conclave, so I don't want to. That's not. I
can't imagine anybody would pick Conclave for best editing. It's been a while since I've seen Conclave, but I can't imagine. What about it would make you think it wins best editing?
Well, you were gonna be mad if I picked the same thing as you.
I was.
So I switched it up because I feel like Conclave might win it.
Okay, can we please skip best documentary short film?
No, we just have to. We have to make our best guess.
Okay, read them out. Oh wait, no, I read them out.
It's your turn.
Okay, Death by Numbers, I Am Ready, Warden, Incident, Instruments of a Beating Heart, The Only Girl in the Orchestra. I'm gonna pick The Only Girl in the Orchestra.
I'm gonna say Instruments of a Beating Heart.
Cool. Okay, moving on.
Sorry, we didn't watch any shorts.
Best documentary feature film. We've also seen none of these.
Okay, Black Box Diaries, No Other Land, Porcelain War, Soundtrack to a Coup d'etat, and Sugarcane. I feel like I've heard a lot of buzz about No Other Land.
Black Box Diaries sounds interesting.
Okay, No Other Land is like they literally followed like a Palestinian town.
Oh, that actually does sound. That sounds highly relevant and actually very interesting.
Yes, that was basically
Okay.
threatened.
Well, then I pick No Other Land.
Okay, we're both gonna pick No Other Land, I guess.
Great.
I say this, I have not seen any of these. I don't want to.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it sounds interesting. Sounds powerful. I feel like I've heard good things.
All right.
So, okay.
Achievement in directing.
Ooh, big one.
Okay, yeah, we are getting a big one. Okay. So, Nora, Sean Baker, The Brutalist, Brady Corbet. I think it's Brady Corbet, not Corbett. A Complete Unknown, James Mangold, Amelia Perez, Jacques Audard, The Substance, Coralie Fargo.
Rip Luca Guadagnino. You deserve to be their king.
I'm gonna say
And Denis Villeneuve for Dune 2. No, you don't think so?
Well, I don't know.
I think he
man.
should have been nominated.
I don't know, man. Look, I think it's a debate for me between Anora and The Brutalist.
I agree. I will say it's not going to win, and I don't think it's my pick anyway. But The Substance, I did appreciate there was like a very clear vision with that. Like the directing was very good. I feel like there was a vision, and they stuck to it, and I appreciate that.
This is very down in the weeds, but I'm trying to think from the Academy's perspective. I agree The Substance had a vision. I'm not entirely sure how all the choices it made contributed to the thesis statement it was trying to make.
Well, I'm not predicting it, so.
Okay. So, like, yes. I'm going to say...
I just wanted to give it a shout out.
Listen, I liked Anora. I'm going to say it's Anora. Anora, Sean Baker. It's my pick and what I think is going to win. I'm predicting Anora sweep.
My pick is definitely Anora, honestly.
I'm not Brutalist sweep guy. I'm going to pick Anora sweep.
I think Anora, especially with the Amelia Perez stuff, I think Anora just kind of became, like, the awards darling of the season. Like...
Yeah, I don't know, man, but so did the Brutalist, maybe.
Yes, but Anora, if you look at, like... the DGA.
No, I agree.
PGA, like
Anora's kind of the underdog.
Anora's been winning.
Uh-huh.
I think my pick and prediction is also Anora.
Okay. Great.
Watch them give it to a complete unknown.
What a
both
waste.
of us just be like, what?
What a waste that would be. I'm sorry, I haven't seen the movie. But like, what?
I just have like no opinion on...
You're gonna give it to the basic ass biopic of Bob Dylan? Directed by James Mangold, director of Indiana Jones Part 5, mind you.
Oh, really? Well, let him get his check.
Yeah, he's getting his check
Maybe
again.
Maybe he's getting his check so he could make the Bob Dylan one.
What?
I have no opinion on Bob Dylan. I don't know. I
don't like his voice.
I'm indifferent toward that movie. I like Timothée Chalamet. I like the Monica Barbaro. I think that's her name, actress. Anyway.
I have no opinion. Let's move on.
On the movie itself, no opinion. I'm just not interested. Okay, next. Achievement in costume design. A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked.
Nosferatu.
That's your pick?
And, well, that's what I would want to win.
Right, so that's your pick. That's not your prediction.
I don't think Nosferatu is going to get anything, but
it's fun to see Gladiator 2 got
design.
nominated for something. You think Conclave, really?
I would like Nosferatu to win, but I think in my heart of hearts, I think Conclave is going to win.
I think my pick and prediction is Wicked.
Boo.
I mean,
they painted her green.
Was Conclave really that?
No, but they had to make all those Pope costumes
like red
and then
robes, right? Isn't that it?
Yeah, I know, but it's accurate. And then also when we went to see it, they had the theater we went to had all the Conclave robes in a glass case outside.
Wow.
So maybe that's coloring my opinion a little bit.
You know what? And I don't. My opinion might be colored because the fact I haven't seen it. To me, it just seems like they all kind of wear the same thing. Yeah. I'm sure there is a certain level of distinguish between like the different
what do you know about the Catholic
whatever.
Church, Christina?
Not more than you probably.
That is probably true. That is probably true.
But yeah, I mean, I know there's like is hierarchies. I don't know much about how that all works, but yeah, pick and prediction Wicked. Costumes were good. Costumes were great. Honestly, I don't think any of these wowed me with the costumes this year. Maybe not like the craziest category, but Nosferatu was good too. But so was Gladiator 2. All of them were fine, but I think Wicked is my pick and prediction.
Okay. Achievement in cinematography. The Brutalist, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Maria. I don't know what that is.
Maria.
Nosferatu.
Maria was like a biopic about a opera singer, and Angelina Jolie played her, and
I didn't know that.
People thought that maybe she would get a nomination, but
I didn't watch that. I heard nothing about that. Didn't have enough buzz.
It's on Netflix.
Should have gotten more buzz. I'm starting to think that the Oscars are really just about the amount of buzz you get.
Well, that's part of it. If
You just
want to
gotta,
get
you
into
gotta cultivate some buzz.
the politics and the weeds of
I read
an
a book
Oscar
on this.
campaign.
I read a book on
You
this.
did? What book did you read?
Oscar Wars.
It's
a relatively new book.
I want to read
It's
that.
a big ass book.
I love this kind of thing because that's the thing with the Oscars, that it's not always about, actually it's almost never about what's actually the best. It's like, well,
it's about
also
who's hot. It's about
you go back to, what was it, like 97, and it was the race between Saving Private Ryan and Shakespeare in Love, and Harvey Weinstein, the devil that he is, he pumped so much money into like boosting Shakespeare in Love and like smear campaign against Saving Private Ryan, being like, oh, it's like it glorifies war and blue, like all this, like, you guys, Saving Private Ryan is like one of the greatest
better than
war
Shakespeare
movies
in Love
of all time. Listen, I've seen Shakespeare in Love.
Won?
Shakespeare in Love beat Saving Private Ryan. You guys, I've seen
Weinstein
Shakespeare in
gets
Love.
away with
It's
it
a
again.
perfectly fine, fun little movie. It's not better than Saving Private Ryan, but anyway, that was like one of the first times that like since then, like, campaigning is like its whole own thing.
I want it on the record that I don't like that guy.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. Not good in my book.
You know, he's not my favorite. Can't say I'm a fan.
Okay, so for cinematography, I would want it to go to Nosferatu just because I like Eggers. I think it's gonna go to The Brutalist.
I
Probably should go to Dune Part 2.
was gonna say Dune Part 2.
But I don't think Dune Part 2 is getting away with
That's
anything.
my pick. I'm like, ugh, they're not gonna give it to it though, are they?
Brutalist was very pretty. It had a very soft, muted
The Brutalist
palette.
was good. I did really like Nosferatu cinematography. I think it was great. So that's really exciting that it was nominated.
I interned at a camera house that had somewhat of a involvement. They developed special glass to go in front of the lenses to make those nighttime scenes so blue and vivid. It's like, when research and development goes into the actual developing innovation of the tools, I feel like it should win.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
But I think also that it's going to go to The Brutalist because I think The Brutalist is probably going to sweep some stuff. I don't think Nosferatu's getting away with jack shit.
No, yeah, Dune Part 2 is my pick.
Basic ass.
Huh? Sorry it was good. I've been like not hating on, but I've been like so not wanting to see Dune Part 2 for like over a year now.
Why?
I was like, oh, it's long. I didn't like Part 1 that much.
Yeah, and The Brutalist was longer.
The book was boring. Well, I wasn't excited about The Brutalist either. Calm down, I didn't say that. And now I watched Dune Part 2 and I'm like, oh, I get it. It's
good. It's good.
It's really great. I know. I like want to say that's my prediction, but I don't think they're going to give it to it. Oh, and it hurts.
Just make your pick.
Fine. My pick is Dune Part 2. My prediction is The Brutalist.
Great. All right. Okay. Best animated short. Oh, who reads this?
Best animated short film: Beautiful Men, In the Shadow of the Cypress, Magic Candies, Wander to Wonder, and Yuck.
I haven't seen any of these. I'm gonna pick, and I want Yuck to win because it has a fun title.
I'm gonna predict Magic Candies because that also sounds. It's about I like I said, I watched the YouTuber break down everything, and it's about a kid with magical candies, and I think that's cute.
Okay. Best animated feature film: Flow, Inside Out 2, Memoir of a Snail, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, The Wild Robot.
This is like the first year I haven't seen any animated movies.
I've
like,
seen Inside.
I'm like, oh, this is kind of sad.
I've seen Inside Out 2. What a waste of a slot. You clearly were just running out of stuff to pick.
No, you always have to give one to Pixar.
What?
That's
No.
just like, that's like the unwritten rules of the Academy.
Look, it was fine.
I know, but they always give one to Pixar. It's like if it's a Pixar movie came out, they're putting it in the nominations.
It's probably going to either Flow or The Wild Robot.
Yes.
I wanted to go to Flow just because I like that little cat running around. In theory, I have not seen the movie. It's probably going to go to The Wild Robot. The Wild Robot has a lot of hype around it.
So that's your prediction?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say my prediction I think is actually gonna be Flow, just because I was talking to my friend who had seen all the animated, and he was like, you know, it should go to Flow. Flow is the best one. He's like, I think it will. It might be Wild Robot, but he's like, I think it'll be Flow. So I'm gonna go with Flow.
Okay, cool.
Performance by an actress in a supporting role: Monica Barbaro, A Complete Unknown; Ariana Grande, Wicked; Felicity Jones, The Brutalist; Isabella Rossellini, Conclave; and Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez.
You know, how did Zoe Saldana get away with campaigning herself as a supporting role? She is the main character of that movie.
Because I agree. Technically, the other actress plays Amelia Perez, so that's why.
But I'm just saying, I didn't get to that point in the period of the movie I
guess
watched.
It is. I honestly kind of, that was one of my problems with the movie, is that it's like, it's supposed to be about Amelia Perez, but I feel like it's more about Zoe Saldana, but I don't know. But Zoe Saldana in that movie, it's not her fault. You know, she's just doing the most that she can.
I don't want Amelia Perez to get away with anything, so I'm just gonna...
I'm scared. I think she might win. Honestly, when I saw Wicked, I was like, everybody calm down. Ariana Grande's not winning an Oscar for this. I think she's got a shot. I don't... No, you don't think so? Not
I mean,
all?
she did fine, and then I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, then I think it's between her and Zoe Saldana, and I think I would just prefer Ariana Grande.
I think it's gonna go to Zoe Saldana. I want it to go to Isabella Rossellini in Conclave.
Yeah, I think they'll still give it to Zoe Saldana. That's my prediction. Honestly, my pick is Ariana Grande. Which
yeah, I figured.
I going into Oscar season, I did not think that was gonna be the case, but I'm like, you know what? Yeah, why not? All right.
Performance by an actress in a leading role: Cynthia Erivo in Wicked, Carla Sofia Gascon in Amelia Perez, Mikey Madison in Anora, Demi Moore in The Substance, and Fernanda Torres in I'm Still Here. I think it will go to Mikey Madison for Anora because she did great.
I agree. I think that's my pick and prediction. I know a lot of people think it's... Well, okay.
People are hyping up Demi Moore.
Here's the thing. Here's why I do think it might go to Demi Moore. Is because, as we have seen the past few years, the Academy has given awards to people who have been around for a while and who've kind of worked their way up. Not necessarily because this was their best performance.
But because they got to get it to them at some point.
Right, with Jamie Lee Curtis. Was that last year when Jamie Lee Curtis won?
Yeah, I don't remember when it was.
Last year or 2 years ago when Jamie Lee Curtis won. Like, that was not, like... I don't want to shit talk Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis was fine in that movie. Jamie Lee Curtis is an amazing actress. In that category, there were other people that should have gotten it over her that gave better performances. So that's why I wonder with Demi Moore.
I know, but like
being this older, more senior, she's been around, she's been working. Are they going to give it as? And even like another good example is like the Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, when he won for The Revenant, people like point out like he probably should have won like earlier than that, but like it was just like finally his time.
Yeah,
I think that's a really dumb way to do awards. I don't think that's how. I think you should give it to who deserves it.
I agree.
But that's why I kind of wonder, would they give it to Demi Moore? I haven't seen I'm Still Here. Apparently, Fernando Torres is incredible
I just think Mikey Madison did a better performance overall than Demi Moore.
I agree. Demi Moore was incredible, and I love what she did in The Substance. But Mikey Madison...
Madison is like a complete, like, different person than how she actually
Mikey Madison, honestly, it's so funny. Like, whenever she's in interviews, she's like, yeah, so, like, I did a lot of research.
It's like when Mia Goth, like, shows up with her chipmunk voice.
Goes and you watch the movie, and she's like, a fucking fraud marriage, you get, like, she's going on. It's so funny. She seems like so like quiet, like in real life, and like shy and like and she's like in the movie being like, your son's a fucking pussy, like.
Yeah,
it's great. No,
it's a pretty good impression.
Thank you. I thought that was kind of I could get it down with some practice. My pick is definitely Mikey Madison. I think that's my prediction too. I think she's got a good shot.
It's gonna be Demi Moore. Now that we've both said that. All right.
We've just absolutely ruined Mikey Madison's chances. I'm so sorry, Mikey. Okay. Performance by an actor in a supporting role. Oh, God. Okay. Yura Borisov, Anora. Kieran Culkin, A Real Pain. Edward Norton, A Complete Unknown. Guy Pearce, The Brutalist. And Jeremy Strong, The Apprentice. I'm curious I think, well, you've seen The Apprentice. I've seen A Real Pain.
Listen, he did great in The Apprentice.
You don't think it's gonna win?
No. Oh. I think it's gonna be Kieran Culkin, right?
I think it's gonna be Kieran Culkin was really good.
I can just tell.
That's my pick and prediction, honestly.
The fight between the fucking the show. The fucking the name. I'm having like a brain.
Succession?
Yes, Succession.
Oh my gosh, you haven't seen Succession though, right?
I've seen like 5 episodes of Succession now.
Oh my god, but you don't. Okay, you have to finish watching Succession. No, it is crazy that oh my god.
That they're actually fighting now.
That the Roy brothers are up against each other, and oh my god. Well, if we're gonna get into Succession, oh my gosh, you brought up Succession. I wasn't even gonna bring up Succession.
I don't want to get into it.
The fact, like, if Kendall Roy was losing to Roman. Oh my god, it would drive him
This
crazy.
means nothing
And
to me.
honestly, I think it's funny because I think Jeremy Strong losing to Kieran, like, it's just hilarious, like, in both, like, real life and I think in these performances and in Succession. Like, it's like Jeremy Strong is so serious, so my craft and da-da-da. And what's, like, oh my god, what was it a while back? There was all these interviews of him saying something. Oh my gosh,
I don't know.
forget.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's just like so pretentious and like over the top with like his approach to everything.
And Kieran Culkin just plays himself.
He's a great actor. Like Jeremy Strong, I'm not trying to shit on him because he's incredible. But yeah, Kieran Culkin he does not give a single flying like he does not care.
I watched a video
at all. He could not care less.
I watched a video and Jesse Eisenberg was like, when I found out that I tried to give like him like precise blocking or like restrictive notes, I found that his performance really sucked. I kind of just let him had to do whatever his own thing was.
And you know what though? He's incredible. In A Real Pain, he is a delight to watch. He's so good. Did you see his acceptance speech the other day at the SAG Award? He basically got up. He was like, "Oh, I don't have anything prepared." He basically did like a 2-minute stand-up routine. Like he just got up and just started talking, and
People
it
love
was
him.
really funny. I love him. I'm a fan. He's my pick and my prediction. I didn't know. I've heard great things about The Apprentice and the performances in that, so I didn't know if that would maybe, if you thought maybe that had a chance. But if you're saying it's Kieran Culkin, that's what I was gonna say. So cool.
All right. Performance by an actor in a leading role: Adrian Brody, The Brutalist; Timothy Chalamet, A Complete Unknown; Coleman Domingo, Sing Sing; Ralph Fiennes, Conclave; and Sebastian Stan, The Apprentice. I will say, okay, so Sebastian Stan did a great job. He is so interesting to me, and he picks great roles. I think, and I've been saying this to people, I think it would have been so easy for him to do, like, you know, your Donald Trump, like, SNL impression.
Sure.
But, like, he genuinely takes, like, how he is and, like, does it in a way that it's not, like, obnoxious. Like, it's not like you're just mimicking Donald. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like it's like
he
more
really tried to, like, humanize him. Yeah.
nuanced than that. It's not going to go to him. I guess I would like it to go to him just because I like him. It'll probably go to Adrian Brody, The Brutalist. However,
I think so too.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about anybody else.
I love Coleman Domingo and Sing Sing. I think he gives an incredible performance. That would be like my personal pick.
Yeah.
You didn't see it? Yeah. I think he's great. He's awesome in that movie. However, I also don't think they're gonna give it to him. I think they're going to give it to Adrian Brody and The Brutalist. Which, you know what, he did a great job too. I know I'm sounding like I'm shitting on The Brutalist a lot, and I'm not trying to. It really is a good movie. It's just, you guys, it's so
I thought it went by like that to me.
I'm glad
I
it
had a
went by
great
so
time.
fast for you. It did not go by that fast for me. But
Okay.
still a great movie. Although Timothy Chalamet did win the SAG Award, which was, I thought that was kind of surprising.
I don't like what he's doing, a little Bob Dylan impression and he's singing some songs. I don't care. I don't care.
Damn.
Timothy Chalamet has so many more years to win an Oscar.
Well, okay, but wait a minute.
I know,
I
we were
agree.
just
I
we were
agree
talking
with you,
about.
but
I
this
know
is the
we-
mentality that then it goes to someone older who is getting it just because they haven't gotten it before.
But I guess I have no place to speak because I haven't seen the movie. But like,
I am sure Timothy Chalamet gives a great performance. I know it's like bad to say it if I haven't seen it. I feel like this isn't the one. But
good.
Well, honestly, I've seen people say, this is not my personal opinion because I haven't seen the movie, but I've seen people be like, yeah, his performance in Dune 2 was more memorable than A Complete Unknown, just because, not even because of Timothy Chalamet, just because of the movie itself, like, gave him the space to do that, you know?
It's just because he did, I guess, and this is why I like Sebastian Stan, but I was like, he probably just did a great Bob Dylan impersonation.
Sure.
I don't know.
I love Timothy Chalamet.
I don't want it to go to him.
There is no doubt in my mind that he will win an Oscar one day, and I don't think it's going to be this one.
He is our generation's Leo DiCaprio.
I've been saying that for years.
That's a very surface level observation. That's
he is.
He is.
He's great. Honestly, I think it's funny too because like he in real life, he seems like such like a little like
he's a silly guy.
He's a silly guy. Like I just want to like hang out and like joke around with him. Like
he seems
so
much more
funny.
approachable than Leo, who I think is like
genuinely
genuinely like insane.
Yeah.
Or he's like the Tom Cruise level of like he's like so like I don't know, just detached from humanity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe he wasn't back in the day, but I don't know. Yeah. Timothée Chalamet seems cool. I feel like I will say, if Timothy, he might lose the Oscar, but I think he's won the hearts of the people. I feel like
He
everybody.
won the hearts of the people a while ago.
I know, but I feel like very recent. Like, I feel like he still had some people to win over, but like, I think he went and did like the game day football thing and absolutely killed it. He sang like these really like underground Bob Dylan songs on SNL, so that made people happy. He went on the Brittany Broski podcast. Like, he's touching every corner, you know, of people who could like him, and everyone's just like, he's just a cool dude. He just seems great, you know?
Sure. All right.
Anyway, he's like a heartthrob. I actually think it's funny. I like in real life I see him and I don't think he's attractive at all, but like I feel like whenever he's in his movies, I'm like, oh no, yeah. Like him in Dune 2, he looked great. Him in real life with his like wispy little half mustache thing he's got going on, I'm like, Timmy, dude.
I don't know why he's doing that.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Okay, we're right at Best Picture. We gotta
all right, we made it.
Carry this home.
And the nominees for Best Picture are Anora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, Wicked.
Okay, so I know why they do this, because you can market it, but like half of these movies aren't even in contention because they weren't nominated for most of the other stuff.
This has been a problem the past few years, is they've just, I think there's not like a technically speaking, the Oscars does not have like a required number of nominations for each category. I think there is like an outline where it's like Best Picture can be like 5 to 10 or something like that, and like actor awards can be like 4 to 7 or like roughly. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but the past few years they've just kept doing 10 nominations. I think it comes from a positive place.
No, we know
of like wanting to showcase more movies and give more people an opportunity and a chance to share their work and stuff. But you can look at, I mean, not even just this year, but the past few years, you can look at the list and like point out 3 or 4 where you're like, that's not going to win.
You didn't get like any of the other categories.
Right.
So like why?
No, I was
not gonna
even
be Nickel
with
Boys.
saying that though, I think it's interesting how unpredictable this year is, because it's not like there's a runaway winner. Like,
it's either the
it was like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Oppenheimer. Like the past few years have been obvious. Anora, The Brutalist.
If it's not either Anora or The Brutalist, I will eat my shoe. I will take a knife and a fork and I will cut off a little piece of my shoe and I will eat it.
Oh, I thought you meant eat the whole shoe.
I mean,
will you actually? I'm gonna hold you to that.
I don't know if I'll survive.
If it was a small enough piece,
just like a little piece of my canvas sneaker.
If it was a teeny piece, you'd be fine.
I really don't want to do that, but like I can't.
I do agree though. I think. What would my pick be though? Like if I could pick any of these.
God, if it went to Conclave.
My pick would be Challengers. And it's not here.
I would want to pick Challengers.
It's not here, you guys.
I think it should go to Anora. I want it to go to Anora. I think Anora's gonna win. However, I mean, I genuinely can't say that it's not The Brutalist, because it also could be The Brutalist. I don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be anything else.
I think the only other thing that has a chance is Conclave. But I think, that being said, my pick and my prediction are Anora.
I don't think it's going to be Conclave because he won already. The guy who made that movie.
He didn't win Best Picture.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
That didn't win Best Picture.
Did it not?
No.
Oh. I thought it did.
No.
No.
It did win a lot. It didn't win Best Picture. Did it?
I don't know, but I thought...
it didn't.
I thought... Oh, Quiet.
No, that was against Everything Everywhere All at Once, wasn't it? What year is it? What year was that?
What year is it? It's,
When did Barbenheimer happen?
Okay.
That was
No. This was 2022. This is like a million years ago.
All Quiet on the Western Front. It won a lot, but it didn't win.
Okay, you know what? Not important.
Best Picture.
Doesn't change.
No, now I want to be right.
It doesn't change my thought though. The podcast closet is super hot.
No, you brought it up, so now I have to fix it.
Okay.
Okay. What year did this come out? Okay. Yeah, Everything Everywhere All at Once. That won Best Picture. All Quiet on the Western Front won a lot, but I'm not even saying I think Conclave's gonna win, but also if it does, I told you so.
Make more interesting movies, is what I'm gonna tell him.
My pick and prediction are also Anora. I loved it. It was great. I think it deserves it.
I'm not gonna be surprised if it's The Brutalist, but I do think it's Anora.
I'm not gonna be surprised at The Brutalist. I think, like I said, Nora kind of became the darling
But
of
listen,
award season.
Sean
I think it won
Baker-
the people over.
Sean Baker is also like the underground, like the underdog, because he was making movies on iPhones. He was down in the weeds with it.
Yeah.
He's made like 1 million movies. And he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. The performances are great. I don't know. The Brutalist does feel more like Brady Corbet is fishing for an Oscar. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, The Brutalist, which
Brutalist is good,
might
but
be in its favor. I just feel like The Brutalist, to me, feels like it's trying really hard. And I feel like Anora just comes really naturally. And
it should go to Maestro. Bradley Cooper's Maestro.
From last year.
What a worthless endeavor that
Oscar
was.
bait. I didn't see that, so I shouldn't say anything. But
it was fine. But
was
also,
fine.
like, Bradley Cooper, come on.
So, okay, so we can agree that it's not going to be a lot of these.
Okay.
Always nice to see movies showcased, of course, but all right. That's
it.
There we go. That's it. We only differed on a few, so I feel like those are going to be critical categories to see who wins.
Mm-hmm.
Just to recap, if I get more right, you have to make a TikTok video with me. If you get more right,
you have to eat a shoe. An
entire shoe? Well, wait, I like my shoes. I don't want to...
Okay,
I'll eat your shoe.
No. You have to...
I'd be down to take a bite of a shoe. I don't want...
No.
I like...
Oh, I know what we'll do, and we'll record this. We'll record this on the podcast. I'm gonna order the spiciest sauce from the Hot Ones, and I'm gonna make you eat an entire wing of that.
That's so mean.
That's not mean. It's not.
You're gonna get me crying.
Okay, don't
get too excited. You have to win first. Calm down.
All right.
And we know I'm always right, so
this is true.
We'll see. There's a lot at stake now. What if we tie? What happens then? We choose peace and don't traumatize each other.
I guess.
Or we both have to do the thing.
Mutually destruction.
That'd be more chaotic because we both just do it.
That's more fun if we both do it.
We both do it? Okay, if we tie, we both do it.
Yeah. I don't think that's even possible, though.
I don't know. I don't know how many categories we differed on. I'll have to go back and listen and tally it up.
Oh my god, it will be so funny if you have to eat that wing. It'll be like Hot Ones.
It's gonna be really, really funny when I make you do a TikTok dance.
Whatever. I'm gonna be like Sean Evans.
It's gonna be on the world. I'm gonna share it with all my friends.
Christina, explain that gram. Explain that gram, Christina.
Hot Ones stresses me out. I don't do spicy things.
Whatever. Okay.
All right,
we're done here.
Well, that's it. That's the end.
You wrap us up.
Let us know how if you agree with our predictions, if you think we're really stupid and have bad takes, if we should care more about the Timothée Chalamet Bob Dylan movie. But yeah, thank you for listening. If you like us, you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Shut Up and Watch Pod and Letterboxd at Shut Up and Watch.
Yes, you can.
Great opportunities for you.
If you leave a review on Apple Podcasts, I will read it out. There are no new reviews, so I will not read one out now, but I will do that in the future if you leave one.
He will if you do that. Thank you to Bailey Johnson for our logo, Justin Hicklin for our theme song, and Cassian Krause for editing the podcast. We appreciate all of you.
You really did us great.
Am I forgetting anything?
I don't know.
Great. Hey, Tyson.
Hey,
Did
Christina.
you know that if you share this podcast with your friends, you yourself will win Oscar for Best Friend?
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, great. That's awesome.
Okay.
Please share this podcast with people. I ordered 1,000 stickers.
Yeah,
with our logo.
I was aware the sticker thing was happening. I helped make the sticker.
No, I know.
Send it to Tyson. However,
Okay.
I thought we were gonna order like 200.
I know, but then I found a place that would give us the 1,000 for the same price as the 200. So I thought,
why are we
wouldn't I
sharing
get
this? Are we gonna
1,000?
send them out?
Well, okay. So here's what's gonna happen.
Oh,
They're gonna be everywhere. Okay, it's gonna be. If you see one, just know a little fairy put that there, and he wants you to listen to this podcast. It's got our Spotify code on it. They could be anywhere. They could be They could be in your state. They could be in your country.
I would assume that most people listening, it's gonna be in their country.
Mm-hmm.
State.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? So just be on the lookout. If you see a little sticker, a little yellow square with our logo and Spotify code, just know. just know that it. I don't know.
I didn't know you were gonna bring that up.
I don't know. I just wanted to bring it up because I think it's funny that we got 1,000 of them, and I don't know what to do with all of them.
We have a whole box full now that they're gonna fan their way around, you know.
I'm gonna give them out to people at parties.
All right. Let's get out of the closet.
Okay, I'm hot.
Thanks
as
for listening.
Fuck. Okay.
Happy Oscars.
Happy Oscars.
Bye.
Bye.